Well, good evening, Canter Goodies fans, and it's come to the month end. I'm not going to be doing any Canter Goodies for tomorrow, but we will do the tip sheet. Now, been going 2 months in this new venture, and let me say at the outset, I set it up because I believed that there was a need for someone who's prepared to look deeper into racing than most normal pundits do. Not only do I have the knowledge of how horses are trained and prepared for races, and that helps immensely with watching horses progressing, but also I've always been an avid form studier in that I needed to be able to know the form of the opposition in order to back horses that are trained, and certainly back them on many occasions and quite successfully. So let's now go into, firstly, we do a tip sheet, which is the 850 Rand tip sheet. Now, that goes out every single day and is very comprehensive. It has a best bet, a best each way, and horses to include. It's shown a loss over the last month, which is disappointing, but when you're tipping every day, and I certainly do not enjoy tipping at Fairview, where you never know what's going on with those the trainers, even if you listen to their comments. There's so much smoke and mirrors, it's not even possible. And Cape Town, the reversals of form are sometimes absolutely stunning. Durban on the poly track, very difficult to read. But Joburg and Durban, normally says Scottsville and Greyville, are quite easy if you just know what you're looking for. So the tip sheet is an indicator and a guide to those of you who want to have bets in most races and want to take swingers and trifectas and quartets and all those type of things. And the interesting thing is that in the last month, the month of September, 95% of the horses tipped on the tip sheet won. That's a phenomenal strike rate, because you think that we're only tipping about a third of the horses that run with the best bet, the each way, and the horses to include. That's pretty good. But to make a profit is so difficult. And that's why I like the Canter Goodies site. And the Canter Goodies is basically when I'm watching racing and I see a horse go to the start, I think you should have a bet. And what we do is we have it on a basis that you have 1,000 each way on the Canter Goodie when I say I think this will win, because the place bet often pays if the horse runs second or third, and you'll see by the chart I'm going to put up just now that the horse that runs second or third often plays 140, 150 a place if you have 1,000 each way, or whatever stake you want to have. You can have 10,000, 5,000, whatever, but we work on 1,000 each way. It just helps you recoup some of the money you've lost when the horses has not won. And if you look, we've done 25 horses in the month of September, and most of them have run in the first three, 80% in the first three. There have been about 4 horses that have run out of the first 4, which is very, very few considering the tipping that we're trying to do. And the other thing that I do is I never tip odds on horses. I do not believe you can ever make a profit with odds on horses. So we're going to put up the chart now. And the yellow part of the chart is when I've said have an each way bet. Now that's because the horse is 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1, and you have an each way bet. So if you look at the chart, you'll see we started with the Shepherd who won, and the win amount is the net win amount. Okay, so he paid 4,800 Rand a win. We made a profit of 3,800 Rand. He paid 2 Rand 10 a place, which is 2,100. Take off the 1,000, 1,100 profit. The next horse, Connoisseur, ran 5th. Shocking. I was so disappointed in that one. The horses that didn't run in the money, there were just 4 of them, and the one was today. But the rest have all been there or thereabouts and certainly made some type of money. Horses that ran second or third got their money back. Then the yellow, as I said, is the each way bet. Now, instead of the horse being a bet, the horse is 5, 6, 7 to 1. You're going to recoup your money with a place. But if the horse wins, like Officer in Command, 500 each way, ended up making you a profit on that horse of 1,810 for your even 500 Rand each way stake. Now, that's good. And that's why I think the Canter Goodies subscription site is just invaluable if you want to be a punter, because we send through the message. It's a voice message 10 minutes before the off after I've seen the horses go down, and I see horses go down that I think should really win, and I don't like the way they went down. A typical case example is the favorite, the Hollywood favorite, when Pacific won. I didn't even consider Pacific. It wasn't in my play. It wasn't on my tip sheet as a horse to include, except as a horse to include. When I saw it go down, I said, this horse is a player. He was 5-1, and he had drifted in the betting, and I just thought, let's have an each way bet on him. So you'll see on the tip sheet, Pacific first. He made 2,600 Rand profit for the win and 300 Rand profit for the place. So, you know, it's a really, really good profit for an each way bet to make that type of money. You're making like 6 times your money. That's what I love about it. So subscriptions are open, and all you have to do is send us an email. We will send you the application form, because we want to be able to make sure that it's properly run, this service. So we get your details on the application form. We then send you an invoice for which service you want. You either want the tip sheet, you want the Canter Pass goodies total, which is a tip sheet and the Canter Pass goodies, or you just want the Canter Pass goodies. All 3 of them are there. And you can pay 6 months in advance for the big site, which is the Canter Pass goodies. You get 1 month free. So happy punting to all of you. I think October gets a bit better, because September, the change of seasons, you start getting these horses coming back from their breaks. You're not sure whether they're right, but it really does tell when you watch them go to the start. So Canter Pass goodies, if you're a